Okay, so I'm back. On the table what I have is some of the projects that I'm working on. I was working on these when I had the time, which I really don't have much time, while the knives were sent out for heat treat. So what we have on the table, for example, is this 3V dagger. I didn't show you guys how I made it, but I didn't think it was very interesting. If you want to see me grind steel, I'll do it. It's just me standing by the by the belt grinder, and a lot of noise, a few sparks. Not very interesting, but if you want to see me do it, that's not a problem. Just let me know. Put some comments down. This will be a dagger. Doing this by hand is difficult at my skill level. Trying to get both sides even at this stage, which is just the blank, is difficult. I think what I will do is perhaps buy another piece of steel and then cut it at the same dimensions or as close as possible, using this as the template. I know both sides are not perfectly even. They're pretty close, but not perfectly even. So what I will do then is, after I make the second knife at the same exact dimensions, is I'll just flip it over. So now I will grind again using this as a template. So now the left side will match the right because all I do is flip it over. And then if necessary, flip it again and grind again. So at least my blanks will have identical left and right sides. And then of course it's putting in the grind, which is another challenge. I probably will be using a jig for this, just to make sure I have a nice clean, nice and even grind on 4 sides, right? 1, 2, and on the other side 3, 4. And when you're using we're just putting grind on one side of a knife like this one. It's, I don't know, just a design that I came up with. You know, it really doesn't matter as long as this side matches the other one to, you know, give or take a few millimeters. If it's a little higher, a little lower, you're not going to really tell much. And if I put a convex grind, you really can't tell. This one is just started, so it's got a few things here, oopsies, that I made. Needs to be cleaned up. This is also a knife that I started making a different type of plunge line using the end of the edge of the belt sander. It's just a big knife with a large belly and a little bit of a sheep's foot at the end. It's got like an inverted handle here, but it fits right in the hand nice. I didn't expect that. Another kooky design that I came up with, an extra piece of steel that I had left over. It's just a design. A little too much of going on over here. I might just put something there to change it up a little bit. I don't know. Just working with different handle designs and different knife designs. I think I was inspired a little bit by the Japanese tanso here, just slightly. Started as a flat grind and then convexed it a little bit, but not all the way. This one came out cool, maybe Bowie style or something, but what I like about it was my work using the 12-inch? Yeah, I think it's a 12-inch contact wheel, and coming up with this pattern here on the whatchamacallit, on the spine. Previously I made a neck knife that had 2 curves cut into it, if you will, deeper than that. So that was my inspiration, and then hitting it at an angle to get these cool looking swedges. So I'm working with swedges and more with the contact wheel. Grind lines here are kind of cool. They go in one direction along the spine and then flat down. This was done by hand, and I kind of nailed it. I think it came out really sharp, pretty even. Let's see, over here it goes up to this. Yep, nailed it. Pretty good. A little sloppy over there, but I can fix that. Like I said, these were knives that I've been working on just last few weeks, so haven't finished them. A lot of them just started, and I put them down and start them up again. Very similar to a knife I think I showed earlier, one of those fantasy knives. It needs a grind on the bottom. So as I said before, I start with the flat grind on top, and then convex the bottom, and then convex the top. to even out the grind lines. So this grind line here will eventually meet up here once I start grinding at the bottom. And with the last few pieces of steel that I have, and all this here is, where are we? All this here is 440. This one down here is 3V. And this is all 440. This is all pretty much from a few pieces I bought from Alpha Knife Supply. Some of the smaller pieces, I bought a big sheet from Admiral Steel, 72-inch long piece of 440C. I had a lot of steel to play with. So here is a reverse curve, perhaps also referred to as bolo style. Perhaps it needs a little more of a reverse curve in there cut. I modeled this against a Spanish style knife called muela, what the company's called muela. So this is a Bowie style muela. I don't know what thickness this is, 0.22 or something. 440C. Another muela here, needs a little more belly perhaps. Reverse curve. It's just a blank, and this is going to be a 3/4 tang. I wanted to make it a little longer, so I sacrificed the piece of steel was like this, so I sacrificed the tang to get more blade. It just means it's going to be definitely top heavy. It won't have a pommel end. And with this skinny piece here, which is almost 0.3 inch thick, I'm going to make a Americanized tanto with a little bit of a drop point. Alrighty guys, like I said, leave comments, let me know what you want to see, what you don't want to see, what you want to see more of, and I will do my best to cut the videos and put them on YouTube. Alright, till then, have a good one. Take care. Bye.